welcome back to another Absurd Heroine video. So today we are playing a ramp deck because I love Baneslayer Angel, which is basically the reason why I built this deck. Wanted to build a deck with Baneslayer Angel because she's awesome, and it ended up being a rampy deck. And there are some bits and bobs in here that are super cool, and there's some bits and bobs that I'm a little ashamed to play. Mostly just Lotus Cobra, honestly, but it really does help you get there in the end. So let's just go through it bit by bit, and then I'll break it down for you. So typical rampy nature, we have Lotus Cobra, we have Tangled Florahedron, we have two wilts here, and the wilts are here for things like that Teferi's tutelage, or Embercleave, like that kind of stuff. Wilt's just like a really good card to have because you don't, it's not just sitting in your hand doing nothing. If your opponents don't have any artifacts or enchantments, you can cycle it to get something else if it's useless for that particular matchup. Then I have a Balaged Recovery, and this one is a land, but it's also a way of getting stuff out in case you're up against control. You have something in your graveyard that they either killed or countered, or if you're up against mill, which there's a lot of mill out there right now. So you can get something that they milled out of your graveyard and back into your hand. Cultivate, because we are a ramp deck. Legion Angel, because I just put more angels in here. I wanted this to be kind of like an angel-y deck, even though there are some angels that are in standard right now that are not in here. These are the big ones. These are the heavy-hitting angels. Then, of course, we have the 3 in the sideboard. Solemn Simulacrum, because ramp, it gets lands, it draws cards, pretty good. And then, of course, our lovely Baneslayer Angel, which I just absolutely love. And I don't think that she's, like, super awesome. I mean, she is awesome. There's just plenty of ways of getting rid of her. So hopefully we don't come across too many of those, right? Then we have Elspeth Conquers Death, which is just our own removal for our opponent's big problems, right? And we can get our Baneslayer Angel back from the graveyard when we cast it. And then at our high end, we have Phylath World Sculptor. And I have 4 of them in here, but I could probably cut that to 3. So let's put in another Elspeth Conquers Death, actually. On the fly editing here, Elspeth Conquers Death. Boop. Okay. Then, so Phylath World Sculptor is actually really cool. When it enters the battlefield, you create a 0/1 green plant creature token for each basic land you control, which should be a lot at that point. And then landfall, when a land enters the battlefield under your control, put 4 +1/+1 counters on target plant you control. So they can get pretty big pretty quick, which is great. They don't have trample or anything like that, but if you have a lot of them, you can go wide. Then we have Amaria's Call, which is making more angels. It's just a land, really, that you could use to make 4 angels. 2 4/4 white angel warrior creature tokens with flying, and then non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible until your next turn. So this doesn't affect most of our creatures, actually. So like Lotus Cobra, Tangled Florahedron, and Solemn Simulacrum, well, Phylath, I suppose, also they all get indestructible, and the Beanstalk Giant. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff in here. There's plenty of non-angel stuff in this deck. And then, of course, last but not least, we do have the Beanstalk Giant, because you don't ramp without a Beanstalk Giant in standard nowadays. Then we just have, the typical pathway, our threesome here, the threesome pathways, Fabled Passage, and a bunch of basics. All together, we have 24 straight up lands. Then, of course, we have the 4 from Tangled Florahedron, the 2 from Balaged Recovery, the 2 from Amaria's Call. So we have a lot of lands in this deck. So that's it. That's the deck. Let's get in there and just have some good mid-rangey fun. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we keep this. Turn 1, Fabled Passage to green. Turn 2, Lotus Cobra. And if we draw a green mana source, we can even Lotus Cobra twice with our Fabled Passage at some point. But we didn't, so we shall do the first thing that we said we were going to do. We'll get a green with our Fabled Passage, then play ourselves a Lotus Cobra. Croxa. Okay. Glad to know what we're dealing with here. Let's get rid of a Solemn Simulacrum. Maybe a second Lotus Cobra. Sure. All right. Alright, so next turn we'll Legion Angel, I guess? Cultivate. Okay, interesting. So we're Jinned Ruxa? Alright. So white for a Legion Angel. Get a Legion Angel. Attack. Ah, yeah. Legion Angel on turn 3 isn't bad. Elder Gargaroth, sure. But that's not going to be too much of a problem for us. Green for Elspeth. That one. Attack! Hiya! Alright. Errata? Sure. Cultivates. Errata could be pretty big. Alright. I think we will play a Lotus Cobra. And then Amaria's Call. We don't need to pay life for this? To make, I guess, 2 white. And Legion Angel. Grab another Legion Angel. Hiya! The next turn, I guess we get back a Lotus Cobra. So we can cast Solemn Simulacrum, Solemn Simulacrum. I do believe. Oh, okay. I guess that's fine. I don't mind winning against a turn 2 Kroxa. Okay. Yeah, I think we can keep this. We have Amaria's Call. Enters tapped. Then we can Lotus Cobra. And then turn 3 Beanstalk Giant. We'll be getting a red with our Beanstalk Giant. What do we have here? Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Pretty good. So it doesn't really matter here. We're not really gonna do much. We could cycle our Wilt, I suppose. And a red. Matter. Can't really do much other than cycle our Wilt, but I think we'll do that at the end of our turn. Would be cool if we had another Beanstalk Giant in our hand, but we don't. But next turn, if they don't kill our Lotus Cobra, we can Phylath. Oh, goody. We could Wilt that. No, we can't. Not leave green man open to Wilt that. I think we shall cycle our Wilt. I don't really care about that too much. Another Lotus Cobra. And another Lotus Cobra. So if we drop another Lotus Cobra, we will not have enough mana to cast a Phylath. So we don't want to cast another Lotus Cobra. Green. Phylath. Create a bunch of 0/1s. Attack! So we need land. We need land for our Phylath to make our plants bigger and badder. Okay, so we have a landfall deck here. That's fine. A big, bad, Fearless Fledgling. We have a 3/3 Fearless Fledgling. Okay. We put down a Lotus Cobra, we'll get 6 mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I don't really care for that too much, right? We don't really care about that. We need 7 in order to cast a Beanstalk Giant. That one. It's a biggin. It's a lot of Lotus Cobras. We have a lot of Lotus Cobras. You should block with your wall. At least something. You jerk! You survived my plant attacking your wall. I can just imagine that battle. Plants like taking over like kudzu. They save it with the light of hope. Cultivates. You got it. You got it, Bouse. It is going to be a big fearless fledgling now. Ooh. Not the correct way, I don't think. So... doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Rawr. Okay. That one. Okay. It's times like this, I wish I had an Embercleave. You could put an Embercleave in this deck. Actually, you could also put in, a Henge. A Henge would actually go pretty well in this deck. That thing. Now we want a Wilt. Okay. Guess if that comes in, we can block with our Phylath. It's not. It is not coming in. All right. I guess we'll attack with all of these three dudes. Just attack with everything. Let's just attack with all of them. Or all of the beans. That's fine. Kill the fledgling. We have another Phylath, a backup Phylath. Kill the questing beast. They still take a butt ton of damage. All of their things die. That's fine. It's fine by me. Okay. Seems fine. It's a tested champion, sure. Enclave Mentor, another good one. They're kind of all over the place though, huh? I guess they're +1/+1 counter is what they are? Yeah. So they're not landfall. Not really. They're +1/+1 counter. That's fine. That is a good deck. I would not build it this way though, personally. Heliod. Fascinating. Okay. I don't think that that saves them. Because they're not going to be able to give their dude... lifelink, right? Life gain? Oh yeah. Not with those though. Ah yeah. Because you need, yeah. Sure. It was a very good try. What? How does that work? How does that work? That's a bug, I guess. I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? But okay. This is fine. Entangled Floor Heater on turn 2, Cultivate on turn 3. Seems fine. Then we'll be able to Byleth on turn 4. As long as they don't kill our Tangled Floor Heater. I do like Phylath. I do like it quite a bit. Ooh, Storm Shambler. So is this mono green? Might be mono green. No. Wait, yes. Ooh. Lotus Cobra. So what do we do first? Do we Lotus Cobra or Tangled Floor Heater? I think we Floor Heater. Then we can Lotus Cobra and wait next turn? No, can't do both. Right? No, we can't. Yeah, we can. We can do both. We can Lotus Cobra and Cultivate next turn. Okay. Alright, got it. Now we're +1/+1 counters the other way around. Okay. So we choose green. It really doesn't matter. Do we cultivate or beanstalk giant? I guess we cultivate, huh? Do you want green and white? Matter, because we're not doing anything with it. Next. Drakma, the Skyclave Ravager. Okay. It's fine. We're still going to be able to cast Phylath next turn. Get lots of chump blockers. Lots of itty bitty chump blockers. That won't be itty bitty for very long. If Phylath survives. So let's hope that Phylath survives. Please let him survive. We need our Phylath. He's a good boy. A good little growy boy. He just makes plants. Dang it. Gosh darn it. Sure. I guess we'll take 2. Okay. So we can Balaged here for our Phylath. But we can't cast our Phylath yet. Do that. I think we're just going to do this for now. No attacks. We will do a little chumperoony. Elder Gargaroth. Goodness. Now we need an ECD. That one. Ow. Take action. Beanstalk Giant. Okay. Wilt. So, how much do we have? We have 8, 9 with our Tangled Floor Heater. So we can Balaged Recovery and cast Phylath again. This one, if you would be so kind. That one. No attacks. Okay. So we do have lots of blockers, but Elder Gargaroth is a problem. I mean, do we double block here? I don't think there's a need to. We just jump. Oh yeah, it's got trample. Derp derp. My bad, everybody. I forgot about that. Another Grakmar. You got it. And another Grakma. Okay. Alright. So I suppose we can Lotus Cobra. Beanstalk Giant. For a green. Okay. For green. And Beanstalk Giant. For a big boy. Okay. So that's a lot of Grakmas. But we do have plenty of blockers, so long as they don't have trample. Nisa. That's a big deal, right?
I will defend the land from all interlopers.
Sure. Oh. That's an early concede, I feel. Maybe they didn't have removal in their deck for big creatures like this. I don't know. Alright, I'll take it. 2+1/+1 counter back-to-back decks. 1 Celestia and 1 Golgari. Yeah, I think we can keep this. I think we can keep this. It's a lot of lands. Not a ton of action, but I think it's okay. Valakut Stoneforge. Alright. So our Florahedron's probably never surviving, which is actually pretty good to know. We don't have anything to do on turn 2 anyway. And we have the mana, so I think I'm just going to cast it. Have them expend a removal spell to kill it. Okay, wizards. Good to know. I think we're going to play this as white. Beanstalker Giant. Or another white? Attack! Hiya! Beware of my tangled Florahedron. Alright, so Elspeth Conquers Death might not be very useful here. So wizards are usually pretty low on the converted mana cost spectrum. But if they don't... Well, I hope they cast something, right? I hope they cast something that doesn't interact with my board. Never mind. Another Tangled Florahedron. I think we're actually just going to bring this out as a land here, to be honest with you. Then we can Phylath next turn. Or ECD if they cast something really scary. Seagate Stormcaller. Okay, that is not particularly scary, but what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with that? Draw a bunch of cards? Real possibility, yeah. Sure. Drawing 4. Scary. Scary stuff. Okay. So here, Branch Loft, Phylath. Alright. Well, if they don't interact with Phylath, which would be nice, but I highly doubt that they won't. They did toss away a Brazen Borrower, which makes me think that they have some tempo in their hand. They must have some tempo in their hand. They just drew 4 cards, you know? How can you not? How can you not have something, you know? Okay. So double damage to my Phylath? Yeah. We need a wilt for this. Actually. This deals that much damage to target creature? Might as well. No reason not to block. Okay. So I guess we cultivate. We can't beanstalk giant yet. And we tangled Flora Heroine? I want to waste some removal on a tangled Flora Heater and then I'm okay with it. We can at least kill a Seagate Stormcrawler if it comes in, you know? Riel. There we go. That's something I can DCD. Finally! One of their fire prophecies, sure. My guess is that they don't really have counterspells in here. So ECD is going to be good. Okay. And I still don't think that we want to Ballot get anything. You know? No attacks. We just wait. Teferi's tutelage. Dude, we definitely need a welt here. But we can Ballot get it if they, you know, have us discard it, right? And this is going to work against them for bringing something back from the graveyard. Although they will be able to kill whatever. Ooh, Baneslayer Angel. With their Relic Amulet. I would love to draw wilts. Let's just draw a wilt, please. Cultivate. Alright. No attacks. If we played the Cultivate first, we would have been able to do both, honestly. Baneslayer Angels. No. Alright. So we can Phylath. The +1/+1 counter. We get more blockers. Plant creatures. You're thinking about Relic Amuleting the Phylath. That's my guess. That one. On that one. And then this. Then next turn we can Ballot Ged to get rid of this Teferi's tutelage. It's possible that Teferi's tutelage is enough of a danger that I should do that instead of cultivating right now, but... Oh, they're gonna kill that one. Sure. Sure. That's all? Is that all of my angels? No. A lot of them, though. This one and this one. Put that one out. This one. Attack for 11. We'll get back. We could do a Maria's Call. But I think I'm going to ECD. Cannot cast it yet. Next turn, I've got my eye on that Teferi's Tutelage. Unless they cast something else ridiculous. They are planning on winning with Teferi's Tutelage, though. That is what it appears to be. It's fine. I mean, are they going to win this turn? They might. Maybe I shouldn't have cultivated. Didn't really do anything for me, honestly. Things are getting dangerous now. Want to kill that beanstalk giant with my relic amulet? With their relic amulet? Then what do they do about the Phylath? And hopefully we draw, I mean, something worthy. Oh boy. So that's another 6 cards in the bin. Okay. We still have another Balaged recovery, though. Alright. They can't relic amulet here. Ooh, a Wilts. Excellent. Excellent. Jack! I feel like they could have played that a bit better. They never used their relic amulet. Like, they should have killed Phylath, like, way earlier. I mean, as far as Teferi's Tutelage decks go, that was a more interesting one, for sure. I did enjoy that one way more than I usually do. Way more creative. So hats off to you, Shazam. Oh, okay. I suppose we can keep this. Actually, does this do anything? This hand does nothing. Except for ramp us, which isn't bad, but we definitely want something to ramp up to. You know what I'm saying? So I think I might mulligan it, honestly. Okay, I think this is better. We'll put a Cobra underneath. Maybe the... Yeah, we'll put a Cobra underneath. It's cool. Okay, that was a good draw. Land was a good draw. Seasoned Hollow Blade. We'll probably play Simulacrum next turn if they don't kill this Lotus Cobra right now. Which they do. Jerks. Alright, so we Beanstalk Giant. Ow. Then we Simulacrum the turn afterwards. Next turn. We're gonna get hit hard here, though. Let's hope we get an angel here at some point. Needle Verge is white. Do we want a green? Right. A Legion Angel? Hey, that's what we want to draw. Start. They're gonna hit us real hard here if we don't do something about it. Yes. Yes, I do want to do that. The next turn, at least, we'll have a lot of blockers, but we're not going to have any aerial blockers until we get an actual Baneslayer Angel. Which we need, like, right now. We need a Baneslayer Angel right now. So I'm going to block like this because this gives us more blockers and the maximum amount of draws. It's not a Baneslayer Angel. And that is not a Baneslayer Angel. So yeah, we did. We are dead. Oh well. So that was Angel Ramp. I really love Baneslayer Angel. Unfortunately, we didn't really see too much of her. That's just how it goes sometimes. We did see a lot of Phylath though. Phylath got a lot of play in those games, which is cool. Because Phylath is very cool. Even though this is not specifically a Phylath deck, it's kind of like a Phylath Baneslayer Angel deck, right? Because they're both really cool cards that you don't get to see too often, so it's good. If I were to make this better, I would probably add a henge in here instead of maybe like a Florahedron or something. Or maybe these two Ameria's Calls. We didn't really cast Ameria's Call too often. And I feel like having a henge in here would just be way better. Especially with Phylath, actually. Hold on, let me read henge real quick. Is it non-token creature? Yeah, it is non-token creature, so never mind. You can see how much I actually play with henge. But I even with non-token creature, I still think that henge would be the right thing to do here. Because we do have tons of mana. We have plenty of mana to play like anything that we draw. We just need more card draw. So henge would be the answer for that. There's a number of other things that could also answer that, though, because green does have a lot of card draw. So I'm sure there's plenty of things that you could choose if you wanted to play henge or not. You could play like Garrick's Uprising, although we don't have a ton of creatures. Like most of our creatures are, I guess some of our creatures are 4 power. So you could probably play with that. Return of the Wild Speakers, like one of my favorite cards. You could even go colorless if you wanted to. Ace Mind Tome, stuff like that. But I do think that you probably should put some card draw in here. Because that was the only thing where I felt like it was lacking. I would just get to the point where I was top decking, and I just wanted that really good card, but then I would just draw land because we have a lot of land in the deck. So, yeah. Other than that though, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play it. And until the next time we meet, good luck in all your games. Yeah.